Well, hello again, YouTube. AJ Shaver here, and yes, it is another day. We had a couple unforeseen things that came up that put me just past dark, and the camera just wouldn't pick up what I was trying to do. So, got a few things I want to go over with you, share a couple of the unexpected things with you, so that way you're better prepared. And we'll tell you all about this HWP-100tr-H. All right, so when we were taking it off the trailer, I figured, you know what, it's already suspended, so we'll go ahead and we'll cut the pallet off. So we did that. And then I came over, and there's two bolts that have to be addressed. This one goes through vertically, and this one goes through horizontally. They are a 3-inch socket, and wrench is what you'll need to work on that. We went ahead and opened the table up. We hooked up the log lift. Basically, the log lift just needs this pin removed, that R-clip put in, and that's what attaches the actual arm to the cylinder. Everything else is bolted in tight. Just like the other models, the 4 bolts here that go around, they're all a 1/2-inch size, and that gets you down inside the belly of the beast for your owner's manual, the engine manual, and anything else like that. We played around with the saw, brought that down. It is a 3/8 size chain and bar. And just like everything else, it's a 1/2 inch for your bolts here. And then around the inside, you see that little flathead screw down here underneath the grease zert. The camera's having a hard time focusing on it, but it's a flathead, and that works your chain tension. So this is the optional hydraulically adjustable 4-way. Nice guard on the saw. So now we're kind of getting into the unexpected territory. Now, having been a dealer for Halverson for the last 9 years, I've seen this oil bottle before, so I knew this is where the bar oil goes, but there's no labels on this. We just took a white paint pen and marked it for bar oil and gasoline. We always use the non-ethanol gas in these, whether it's the brute force splitters and now the Halverson self-contained processor. There's no sticker or decal for the control. So basically we went 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after we kind of figured out what everything did, I just made a note here on the side of the oil tank, just so I knew where different things went. Looked in the manual, it does require 10W30 to go into the engine oil. It was full, but it's 10W30 is what the engine takes. Now for the unexpected territory. Having worked with brute force for so often, everything that we get in is always pretty much topped off, ready to go, splash some gas in it, hit the key and run. But to my surprise, I found this little sticker. And it says, warning, put hydraulic oil in before use. So wasn't really sure how much it was going to take, so we went out and got 3 jugs of AW32, because that's what I use in the brute force stuff, and that's what they put in it from the factory. I guess it has the same viscosity across a wider threshold of temperatures from hot to cold. It holds, you know, a very consistent viscosity range. So we went over to AutoZone. I've got a commercial account over there, and these ran me, I think, $74 a jug. So kind of be on the lookout for that. We did end up putting 13 gallons in. Approximately, it was 2 jugs and about a half of one to get up onto the sight gauge, which is over on this side here. Is the sight gauge down there. They do have a line on it for where that's got to go. So that was one of the unexpected things. I really wanted to play around with this last night, but by the time we went out and got oil, and of course I couldn't find my big funnel, so I had to go get one of those and get everything run through. And I probably still have to splash maybe a gallon in it, just after, you know, work some air out of the system. But pretty happy with, you know, just functionality, and the splitter is fast. I was really surprised to see how quick that cycled back and forth. But enough of me talking. I have the wood pile all set up over there. We brought that out the other day and kind of bucked up some 8-foot pieces. I really want to save that for a different video, but I am desperately wanting to see this thing run and at least show you the features on it. So I think I'm going to throw the camera back in the tripod, bring it out here a little bit so you can kind of see it and not a lot of stuff in the background, and show you what it's all about. All right, cold start video. Haven't touched this since last night. It's absolutely cold. For anybody that thinks I might be kidding, there's some snow that's not going to melt because I haven't started this yet. So choke out, a little bit of throttle. Well, got that in the books. It's a pretty neat little processor. I mean, to be able to hook onto this with like your side-by-side or an ATV and take it to the wood pile, you know, whether it's up in the woods, out by the barn, you know, up and around your own personal wood lot, it does a good little job. I'm really impressed. And remember, this is the more optioned high dollar one with the Honda motor and the oil cooler and the adjustable wedge. The other models that are out there would run pretty much on the same premise. You would just either have, you know, the thru Max motor, the blue one, instead of the Honda, or you'd have it on the 3-point hitch and no wheels. I'll go ahead and put that price scheme back up here on the screen so you can kind of compare and contrast. You know, this one, which is the 100tr-H, H for Honda. You'll see the TR-D for Duramax, and the 3-point, the 100tr 3-point for the tractor. It's been a long day. And it's pretty respectable, you know, for a standalone trailer mounted towable processor with a log lift. This one's $15,500. I think it's a really good price. This was something kind of unexpected when I was running the controls. So again, this is like your wedge up and down. This is the log lift up and down. Then we get into the grabber arm is number 3. The split is number 4. And like I said, that was pretty quick. I was not expecting that. And then the saw. So with this, let's see if I can hold the camera where you can see, they kind of have a little manual lockout on this. So as you cut, this piece toggles forward, and then it blocks things off right here because this is the split. So you can't push this forward into the saw bar. Now there's a second piece over here that pops out. There's this round dowel that comes out and bumps against this. So if the splitter is advanced, you can't cut into the table. But from an operational lever standpoint, they have a double safety figured in that as long as you put this in the cut, it swings this piece of steel over. So then when you go back, it pushes that over so you're okay to cut again. Now, obviously, if you back it up just a little bit, that's what the secondary feature is for. But if you fully cut and then fully retract, and then you can work the splitter valve. So I thought that was pretty neat. That's a nice piece of engineering right there. It's simple, but very effective. And the other piece that I didn't show you because I just saw it, is your oiler. So you get a full on, and my fat finger hit the stop record button. So you got full on, and then you can taper it to the off position, which is really nice. That way it's not dripping down overnight. You can, you know, manually adjust this on the fly. It's just a gravity feed to the actual saw itself. But yeah, I'm impressed. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. So again, you get to pick and choose which model works best for you between the 3-point, the Duramax, and the Honda version. Log-wise, so here's your cut pieces. I mean, it wasn't the biggest wood that we can put through it, but it wasn't the smallest either. And I think it's a pretty good representative sample. I would definitely be okay with putting that into, you know, my wood stove. I just grabbed 4 pieces here. So I'll throw my glove in there for a size comparison on what it actually did through the hydraulically adjustable 4-way. Thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, there's nothing here that I would even resplit or put back into the, or worry about feeding into my wood stove. All right, so just one last walk around video here before I call it a night. 2-inch hitch on this, hand crank, standard log lift, standard trailer axles on the D and the H model. The other one's a 3-point hitch. The hydraulically adjustable wedge is an option. The price was on the screen before. 3/8 bar and chain. And when we do the wood pile that's over there behind the tripod, I am going to fill this all the way up, get an hour reading, and see how long of a tank this will last for. Bar oil is going to be subject to user preference because it's on the red valve there. Again, simple controls. I just have to get used to using them. The Honda GX330. Electric start, of course. And in the background, we do have a 100, a 140B, a 150 left hand, a 150 regular, and the log pile that we're going to use when we actually fire this thing up and make her purr for a long time for multiple pieces of wood. Had to put my gloves back on. That sun is going down, and so is the temperature, because the ground went from muddy to crunchy, and it's just going to get dark here pretty quick. So I just want to wrap this one up. So initial impressions, I was a little skeptical on what it was going to do, because it's a 100 based processor, which you can buy, you know, for your tractor or a small frame skid steer. For a price point, you know, from the 3-point hitch to the D model to the H model, it's all right in there at a good price point as far as what you get for the dollar. This one, as we have it sitting, is $15,500, and that's with the Honda motor, the oil cooler standard, and the adjustable wedge that we added into it. Again, I'm really surprised on how fast the cylinder cycles back and forth. The saw could be a little bit more aggressive. That's my personal taste, but this was also frozen hickory. It's about 20 degrees. Well, I don't think we really got above freezing today, and it was single digits last night. It's single digits again tonight, and the pile way over there just behind that 120 model is what we were pulling it off of. So it definitely didn't get the sun. It's just the way it goes around our property. So that was a nice frozen piece of wood. So yeah, other than having to put a couple gallons of hydraulic oil in it, well, 13, maybe 14 here by the time we work out the air bubbles. And when I was talking with them, they did say they do that. They drain all of the fluids because they ship internationally. Just that way there's not a shipping faux pas if it goes, you know, in a container, it goes overseas. So, of course, I'm also a firewood guy. I didn't read the owner's manual. It's actually right there. So it just was like a kid at Christmas. I took it off of the pallet and, you know, went right at it. So there was a little learning curve with it, I'll admit that. So but anyway, as I've been saying in all the videos, we are an independent dealer for the different manufacturers that we represent, or I could say the different manufacturers that you see their products on our channel. We have our own pricing window that we work within. I do my best to package things together, you know, the unit with the wedge or different features, try to help out with some shipping. We have our own margins that we work within, basically, and try to give you the best bang for the buck. Yes, we're in business to make money. We do support a lot of charity stuff, Patriots Cove being one of them. We have some missionaries that we support too. So your money does go to a good cause. Plus, I got 5 hungry kids and married to the same woman for 22 years now. So God bless her. So if I can, I would love to earn your business with the sales quote, and the easiest way to contact me is either on our 833 splitter line. That's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. When you call or you email, you do get me. I answer my phone on the weekends, you know, time and family permitting, but you know, we help out a lot of folks with troubleshooting things, and the factories are closed. You know, we hang our hat on serviceability and product knowledge. We use everything that you see on the channel, whether it's a log loader trailer, a Halverson processor, a brute force splitter, the black splitter, the hydraulic cone screw, even down to the firewood bags to give you the recommendation for just how high that you need to set them so they don't topple over. You can get that third of a cord into them. So would love to earn your business, would love to talk to you to discuss things and basically tailor fit a sales quote to meet your specific needs on your woodlot. If it is a processor, You know, we always kind of go log diameter, log length, and what you want for a finished product. And I'll ask what the budget is, because things range from $8,900 to well into six figures with the brute force stuff. So I want to build something that works for you and your specific need at your woodlot, whether you're processing 10 cord or 1,000 per year. We can do that with the catalog of stuff that we have. And yes, I have run everything from a little guy like this into a 60-inch circle saw. Go through a 2-way wedge and pushing big rounds through a 16-way. We've done it, and I can kind of tailor fit everything to meet your needs. Again, I think that's enough of me rambling on. Hit me with that sales quote, or hit me with the opportunity for the sales quote. Like I said, it's a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. It's been a long day. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. And remember, we're always working hard to be lazy. See you next time.